This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hello everyone. So very good morning to all. So in this session, we are going to discuss about properties. Props simply says in React terminology, the concept is going to be props. P-R-O-P-S. These are the two words we can regularly use. One is props and one more is going to be state. So in every React application, we can use these words called props and state. What is a prop exactly and what is the purpose of a prop exactly? We are going to check now, guys. Okay, right. Let us see what exactly a prop is going to be. Right. After that, we can discuss about the state as well. Don't worry. So this is what exactly the concept of props. What is a props and all? What is the purpose of a prop here? By using props simply says we can send some data from one component to another component, guys. You have a data in one component. There are component data you want to share with the other component. So we have to transfer the data between the component and component, right? Yeah, how we can transfer the data between the component and component by using the concept called props. So what is a state that we can talk about later, but here the major purpose of the props is going to be sharing the data between the component and component, guys, right? So remember how we can use props to transfer the data from one component to other component. For example, you are in app.js. This is your app component. In app component, you have some data. So for example, username is equal to rom. You're having some constant something called username equal to rom. So we know that app is the root component. In the app component only, we are going to load the different components, right? Yeah. For example, you loaded user component inside this app component. User component we have loaded. So where is the variable name here? This is the variable name, right? Remember, this variable, it may be a constant or let whatever it may be. I want to transfer this variable into user. In user component, I want to display welcome to ROM. So where is the data? Data was in app.js. Where is your user.js? This is my user.js. Let us go and check this. User.js is the thing. Generally, once you create your component, the component should be rendered into your app component because that is the root component. We know that. So how we can pass data from app.js to user.js file, right? By using the concept called props, communication between the component and component. Let me write a small point regarding this. HTML attributes. You know HTML attributes, right? For example, if you can take img tag. So what are the attributes for this? src is an attribute, right? src is an attribute, and height is an attribute, width is an attribute, alt is an attribute. These are some attributes, right? These are the predefined attributes. This is all exactly HTML related. How we can pass our data? This username, you have to pass this as a attribute, guys, property. Like this simply says you can take it as a property. In HTML we can call them as attributes, but in JavaScript and jQuery and React, if you can see, they are called properties of an element. So it is going to be my name equal to the username variable. You have to pass like this, username. Exactly, can you see? This is a way of accessing the data from the component. Okay, right? So here the property name could be your choice. You can take any name, but what exactly you want to pass, that name, variable name, you have to pass here. This variable may be a variable, maybe a string, maybe a number, maybe an array, maybe an object also. Remember carefully. You want to send a group of records to user component. You want to send simply a plain value to the user component. This is what exactly the story, guys. Now you are passing this, right? You are passing this to your component. So what is the component name? User.js. So you are sending some data to user component from app.js, but in user component I have to access the data na. So what is the data you are getting? You're getting this is exactly, you are passing data to user.js as an attribute, as a property. The property in user component you have to access, guys. How can we access? Right, there is a concept called props dot my name. This is the way of accessing. Props is a predefined property. So whatever the data it is receiving from other components, the data you want to access, you have to use the props dot the name. You use it as some property name, right? The property name you have to pass here. This is the mapping, guys, exactly. So this is how we can pass some data from things to do, right? Or else simply one more point I want to tell you, props are arguments passed to into React components also, we can say. So we can use props as arguments. We can use props as arguments passed to React components. Passed to React component. That component may be functional component, that may be this is. But here we are passing the data to component, but how can we access the data? By using props. If it is a functional component, it is a class component. In functional component, we can access in different manner. In class component, we can access in some other manner, guys. Okay, let us see how we can create a component. To the component, how we can pass some data and all, we are going to see it now. Okay, right, let us go to your app.js. This is simply story, try to see. Now I'm going to close all these files, close the files and close the files. Okay, guys, you have these are the things. Let me remove all this stuff also, and this is going to be removed from everything, right? Now we are working with the props, understand, right? In this component, I'm going to take one variable, const, or let you can take anything. Const username is equal to, I'm taking some value here. Okay, now this is the username you take it. This username you want to pass to some component. Let us create one component in the src. I'm going to create one component with a name called users.js. This is a component I'm going to create. Let us create this as a class component, RCE. A class component will be created. Yeah, can you see the class component? What is exactly created? Class name users extend something like this, right? So this component will be called automatically. No, it won't call automatically. Once a component created, we have to load into root component. Let me call this, this is users list component. Simply I'm writing like this, don't worry, later we can change it. Now you can go to this and you can load the component. Let us remove this right now. Now I have to load the component. What is the component you created? Users is the component I loaded. Now refresh the page and you can see the output is going to be, this is the user list component. So in this, I want to print welcome to user also. I'm going to take one more h1. This is going to be welcome to username. That username should come here dynamically. Now you can see, now I'm passing statically. Let us assume the username is available in app.js. In this app.js, you have a username variable. You have to pass to this, right? Right. Let us see. I'm going to take this as a new user equal to, you can take any name here of your choice completely. Okay. New user equal to JSX expression. In this, pass the variable name username. That's all. Right. What you are doing? A component was loaded into app.js. To this app.js, you are passing some data. When you are passing some data, what happened? This will be available here now. In this, how can we access the data? In place of this, you have to access, right? In a class component, anything if you want to access, remember, try to see, guys, this is a way of accessing. This dot props is a property dot, what is the name of the property here? New user, right? Copy the new user, don't get confused, and this is going to be exactly, if you are passing some data from one component to other class, this is the class component, remember carefully. In a class component, we can access like this. Now you can go and refresh the page. Now you can see welcome to Rambabari. So where this name was there, this was inside our app.js. From app.js, you are able to pass the data to your user.js. You have welcome.js also. Now you can go and check this welcome.js also. I'm copying. So welcome component is also there, I believe, right? There is no welcome component inside of it. Let us go and check this. So we have welcome here, I believe. Yeah, welcome.js is there now. Yes, welcome.js is there. I want to bring the name to this component, guys. How can we bring the name to this component? That's what we have to check it. The same, whatever it may be. You created one component, user component, or else you can create a new component. Do one thing. Let me create a component with a name called list.js. list.js. I'm creating a component with list.js. You can take this as a functional component, RFC. I'm creating a functional component, try to see. Right, this is a functional component. Remember carefully, in a class component we are able to access the data like this. Okay, right, let us go and check this. And I want to write one small heading, h1 tag open. This is functional component. I'm just going to write something like this, functional component. So here, hello, I'm going to write h2 tag open, hello. I just want to print the user. I want to print the user, guys. This is functional component, this is class component. Right, exactly. Now you can go there, and here you have to load that list component also. No, list component also we are loading. Yes, list component is also loaded, and you can go and check this list component. This is exactly the functional component. Understand? Above is the class component, right? Or else you can write one thing for the differentiation purpose. This is class component. Simply I'm writing something like this for better understanding. You can write one HR tag also. Will be very clear for us. Right, this is class component. In class component we access this by using this dot props dot property. This is what the way of accessing in the class component. In a functional component, how can we access this? This is our functional component, this is my class component, right? But whatever it may be, we load it, right? Passing data is same, whatever it may be. This is going to be name or new user. Name, you can take the same attribute, no problem. New user is equal to same. I'm taking this username, guys. This is how we can take the data. So because remember, the key name may be same, no problem, because this component is, this data is going to user component, this component is going to some other component. So the keys may be same, may be different, no problem, of your choice completely, whatever the name you want to take. For the both the components, I'm passing the same data. Can you see? Sometimes we need some data for all the components. So load the component, pass the data, load the component, pass the data, something like this, guys. Exactly. Now you can see in list component, I want to access the new user, right? How can we access the new user? Here in this point of time, directly expression props dot, what is the property you take in there? Here new user, that's all. I'm going to take this as a props dot new user. This is I'm taking, guys. But I'm trying to check this. Let me check, is there any error? Yes, I'm getting an error in the functional component 724. We don't have props is not defined. Remember, in this point of time, as of now, to the function we didn't pass anything. Now we are going to pass one parameter called props as a predefined parameter. This is what exactly you guys need to do. Every function have an inbuilt parameter, but that is optional. Actually optional, you want, you can pass it, but when you can access it, so I have any props, then I can take the parameter. If you don't have any props, you don't need to take it. So props is a parameter, props dot new user. If it is a class component, this dot props dot new user, directly we can write like this. Directly we can write this dot props was defined in the component class. Directly we can write them, this dot props dot new user. If it is a functional component, directly props, we have to pass a parameter to the function that is called props. Exactly how to pass props. Now I pass it and I'm executing this. Can you see you are getting the name right? Right, this is the way of accessing the thing. Can I pass hi? I'm passing xyz. I'm passing by using xyz dot, I'm taking new username, and you can refresh the page. Are you getting any output, any error here? No error. Remember carefully, whatever the variable you guys are going to take, that is going to be available as props. You can take any variable there, no problem. So I'm going to take now props, but meaningful we have to take it, right? There's a reason I'm taking this as a props. Exactly, we can take like this also, and just refresh the page. You can see both the components are able to get the data. Now we passed one data. Now sometimes the user needs to pass some other also, and new username, and I'm passing one more thing called city is equal to Hyderabad, HYDERABAD, Hyderabad. For this, I'm passing city, the same component I'm passing something called Chennai, something I passed, guys. So I passed a city and something to this. So now you can see how can we access the city in the class component, right? So now you can see welcome to Ram from the city, na? So from city, you have to write this dot props dot, it is a class name, the property name props dot city. Now you can see in the functional component, welcome to Ram from Hyderabad. So here also you want to access this now. So how can we access this in the list component? Now you can go there, and this is going to be hello user from props.city, that's all. Simply props.city only you have to access. This keyword is always available within the class component only. Remember carefully, it is not available outside of a class. Props.city, or just you can see hello Ram and from Chennai city, right? So now you can take some different values also like this, guys. Now you can see I'm going to take some values here. State is equal to stat, state is equal to, sorry, not this, sometimes state is a predefined keyword also. State equal to some value I am taking, property, I'm taking it as a property. State is equal to ts. Here I'm taking the state is equal to tn, something like. You can take multiple values also, guys, no problem. So that is of your choice. State is equal to tn, I'm taking something called tn. How can we access state? Here I want to add a comma and I want to take something, guys, here props dot state. I'm just going to access the value something like this. Just refresh the page. Now you can check this tn is also coming here. You can go and class component. In this class component, the only thing we have to take it as a an expression, this dot props dot state, that's all. You have to access like this. Now I'm refreshing the page, you can see the value is coming like this. Understand, guys, how we are able to pass some data from one component to multiple components actually. So we are app.js. In this, as of now, I taken users, right? So you have more number of data, so you want to pass to it, then you can take an array also. All the values we can take into an array. We can pass an array to the component also, guys. Let us say I'm going to take list you taken, right? Let us go for the list component. Okay, I'm removing all this data from the list component. You can go here also, you can remove everything from the list component because it is not at all required, because we don't have, just it is a functional component only. I'm not doing anything. Okay, do one thing. Let me go to my functional component. Let me have some variable, let or const, whatever it may be, const subject city, subjects is equal to, I want to pass an array, guys. Here let me take an array. I have already an array here with the subjects array. Yeah, let me copy the subjects array. We are passing group of subjects to our component. Okay, these are the subjects. Okay, these are the subjects. So I don't want to pass single value every time. I want to pass a group of values also to one component to other component. Let us assume these values are came from database. I want to display these values in a component in ULLI tag. That's why I'm making my simply list tag something like this. Now you can see. So to this, I'm going to pass here subjects. Already we have a variable now. You can take same. See, variable name is subjects, values also subjects also. You can take, no problem. Subjects. Sorry. Let me take the variable name as subjects. Here I'm taking simply list subjects is equal to subjects. You can take like this also, no problem. Understand, guys? We are now to the list component. We are passing subjects. Now can I access the subjects there? Now you can go to the your component list component. This is the functional component. First of all, let me check this whether that is coming or not. So I'm going to print console.log. You can just print props. Just print the props object only. I'm printing. Now you can see, I think you can see in the console, press F12, we can check the props is coming or not. Can you see, is there anything you're getting? Yeah, I'm getting subjects of 9, guys. Can you see you're getting the data now? The data which is coming from that component to this component as an array. All right, if you can just print the props, that's enough. Just print the props, that's enough. This is going to give you complete information. Props, exactly. Now if you want to print the subject, now it is going to be props.subjects. It's an array now. Props.subjects is an array. Now you can go and check this. Now you can see props. I'm just refreshing the page. What are you getting there in the console? You are getting simply props. Something you are getting there, guys. Exactly. Understand, guys? See this how exactly going to be happen. The data you are getting into your component from app.js to your component as an array. But in this list.js, I want to access, guys. This is a functional component and list of subjects. So I'm going to write this something called subjects list. I'm going to write subjects list. I'm writing. Now I want to print the subjects list on the component, guys. Anybody please tell me how can we display the subjects list in the component? Now you can go here and just I'm coming down. You can take ULLI tag. I'm taking ULLI. So li open, li close. Here you can write this like this now, props dot subjects dot subj is subjects of 0. By writing this, what you are going to get? First subject now. Now you can see HTML is coming here. List item dot is going completely right side. Don't worry. right? This is what exactly we are getting there, right? So you want to get the second, third, fourth, like this. We have a lot of things are there now, right? So like this, I'm going to write like this, guys. This is going to be 1, this is going to be 2 and 3 and 4, something we written. And if at the page all subjects are coming, HTML, CSS, JavaScript and Ajax, everything is coming. Now you can write this some more subjects also there. This is going to be 5 and 6 and 7. I'm done, I think. Now refresh the page. Now I'm able to see all the subjects from the array, right? Is there any subjects are missed there, right? You can check this, how many subjects are there. Angular is the last one, one more is there, eighth one is also there. Then will you go and write the eighth one here? Now I'm writing eighth one. Guys, do you find anything wrong here? Nothing wrong, but output is coming properly. At the end of it, we have to get the output, right? All right. So but I have 8 subjects, that's why I written list tag 8 times. I written, if we have 100 subjects, then will you write this 100 times? Yes, tell me please, what do you do? Right, guys? What we have to do exactly? So we have to write a for loop. Definitely, very good. So what is the for loop we have to write here? For loop can I write in the HTML template? You guys are saying that for loop JavaScript. You are saying that I don't want JavaScript, man. For loop is JavaScript related, right? So here we have to iterate the data. How can we iterate the data? That we need to check it. Anybody please tell me, how can we iterate the data? Yes, yes, very good. So in React, we have a method called map method. That map method, I am going to take it now, guys. Let us see how the map method is going to be work for us. This is not at all the correct way. So we cannot take like this. In the template, if you want to iterate the data, JSX, right? What is the meaning of JSX? Inside HTML, we can write expressions. We can write loops also, but you cannot write for loop inside the JSX. Outside of the JSX, for example, you have your own method. In that method, you can write for loop, while loop, do while loop, or here also we can write for loop, while loop, do while, just outside of it. But inside of this layout, HTML, JSX, you cannot write for loop, while, do while, and all. We have only way map method. So how can we write the map method here? Now I'm going to remove all these tags, guys. Yeah, we removed all these tags. Now anybody please tell me how we are going to write the map tag. So where is the data? So we know that actually the map method is going to be, it will become like this, data dot map, map map. This is the map function. In this we have to pass another one. Here we can take some item comma index. This is going to be index exactly. After that we can take like this also. Now this is going to be exactly something like this, guys. Correct? Or anything doing wrong here? Map function. Okay, so I think this is okay. Nothing wrong inside of it, I believe. So here, what we need to do, guys, here, now you have to take something called an li, guys, exactly. Now you have to take this exactly like this. Okay, now try to see what we are going to do here, right? This is what exactly you guys need to take. Here, we can take an li item close. Inside the li item, you can write this item, that's all. If you can write the item, the loop is going to be iterated each and every subject. But here, what is the data you are having? Props dot subjects, right? You have to write props dot subjects dot map. This is the way you guys needs to take it. Understand? Props dot subjects dot map. So each and every item, that item is going to be displayed there. Can you go and check this, guys, the same iteration process? So remember, if you want to iterate anything in the HTML template, this is the what exactly the process, guys. Can you do this now? So here, take the JSX expression. In this, I'm going to write props dot subj subjects dot map is the function. To the map function, we have a callback function we have to pass. Here we can take item comma index. Each and every element index will be there. So here it is going to be something like this exactly, guys. Okay now. So what you need to do here inside of it, exactly, you guys write the li item open, li item close. So in this li item, just you can take item, that's all, guys. Item item, item item. Now you can go and check this. The loop is going to be iterated without having any problem. Refresh the page. Can you see all the subjects are came, right? But you may have an error in the console. Check the error. Something, each child in the list should have a key property. I mean, they're saying, guys, for every element for DOM manipulation, React will always ask us to add a key for an element. Li tag is repeating, right? So then what you need to do, we have to add a key property for each child list element. Now you can go there. For everything, I have to add a key attribute to it. It's mandatory. Every map function should be like this. I'm going to pass the index as my key. Okay, you can take index as your key, no problem. Directly we can take it, it will work for you. Now you can check this. I'm refreshing the page. I don't have any error in the console, and I'm getting the output also properly. So remember carefully, this is very important scenario. You guys need to remember, whenever we are having data like this, yes, you have to do such a manner, guys. Okay now, so this is what exactly the way of iterating the data. Understand the clarity, how we are going to take the data, how we are going to prepare the data here. So we are having data of subjects. If you can reduce the subjects here. Now I'm reducing some subjects. Now loop will work automatically na. Do you have any problem if you can do such a manner? No, we don't have any problem. Can you see my loop is executed only 4 subjects only? But earlier you written hard coded way, but that is the correct one? No, 100% that is not the correct one, and we cannot write like that also. This code is very clear, right? Remember carefully, in React.js also there is a ng for loop will be there for the React. For template iteration process in React.js, we have ng for. By using this statement, by using this directive in React, we can iterate the data in the template. But in our React.js, we can use the map method to iterate the data within the HTML template. Okay now, right? But can we write the same in JavaScript? No, it is not possible in JavaScript. It is possible in React only. Why? Because in HTML we can write JavaScript expressions also in React. That is possible. So for example, you can go there, you can see I'm taking a paragraph tag, open close. Can you see here I'm taking window is an object, right? You know already. Window dot location dot href, I'm taking something called location dot href. I'm taking href directly. Can we access this property directly? We can access, guys, wherever you want. All the JavaScript properties we can directly access. What is our href property? You are getting this. So anything which are related to JavaScript, guys, we can directly access into our React components. We don't have any problem. Can you see? I want to write one more thing, paragraph tag, open close. Let us take the JSX expression, window dot screen dot inner height. I'm writing something called inner HEIGH, inner height property I'm writing. Can you go and check this on the screen? Are you getting the height of it? Now I'm refreshing the page. I'm not getting. Is the property is correct one? Screen height, screen, okay, screen dot, okay, 1 minute. Let us come there. Is there any spell mistake? No, right? Screen dot height. Let me check this. SSCRN, unexpected use of SSCRN. Why? Definitely we have to write window. Yeah, window dot screen dot height only. Let's take only height, HEIGHT height. I just want to write the JavaScript code as choose. Now it is, see, it is printing the thing. I think avail height, avail width in JavaScript, right? Screen object, yeah. Avail height, avail width, you can see. So the height and width, everything, the JavaScript related stuff, we can write directly inside the HTML like this, using the JSX expression. In this expression, we can write JavaScript code and everything we can write, guys. That is possible in React. It is not possible in JavaScript, right? JavaScript. If we want to bind anything to the HTML, first we have to process it. We have to use get element by id dot inner HTML. We have to append it. But in React.js, wherever you want, yes, you can write directly like this. This is possible. You want to print the date also, yes, you can go and print the date. We have new data object, right? So now you can see I'm going to print the new date dot new data object dot to locale date string. I'm taking this method. Now you can see you are going to get the date string on the screen. Can you see? You're getting the date string. Directly those properties and those directly the objects directly we can access here. We don't have any problem at all. So we have subjects, right? I want to split this into with a join method. So now you can see this props dot, you can go something like this, props props dot subjects dot join method. Directly we can use them. There is no restriction for the join method. I'm going to use @ symbol for separating the values. Now you can see all the values will be separated with @ symbol. Whatever the methods and properties you're having in JavaScript, those are directly available to your JSX. We don't want to import them. We don't want to export them directly. They will available automatically. Why? Because who is the father of React? JavaScript, right? JavaScript, we don't want to import anything. Whatever the properties and methods available in JavaScript, directly we can access them. For example, parse int, parse float, set interval, set timeout, clear interval, clear timeout, everything we can available here automatically, guys. We don't want to do anything for it. Okay, right? Just keep it in mind. Just I'm saying you, that's the reason. But is it possible like this in JavaScript? In a paragraph tag, can I write directly JavaScript? It is not possible in our HTML JavaScript. We have to manipulate JavaScript separately. Whatever the output we got, we have to bind to the HTML by using inner HTML property. But can you see here we are directly appending the properties to the paragraph element. That is the advantage of JSX. If JSX is not there, I think the heart of React is, I can say JSX, guys. Seriously, wherever you want, you can write in the template. That is what about front end rendering. So I can control fully the front end. I don't want to go for back end or anything, guys. Right. This is what exactly. Just keep it in mind. I'm going to keep this into comment. I don't want to delete this. Just try to see what we are doing exactly. I'm going to comment up to here. Everything we can write like this, right? Anyhow, we are getting the subjects right. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to take user. This is your class component, right? Okay, let us go there and let us prepare a concept called, right, const users. Try to see equal to, it's an object. This object contain group of objects. Can you see? It's a user object one. It is going to be first name. Let us say take some users. First name is equal to Ram. Email, key and value pair I'm preparing manually. Actually, let us assume this data is coming from database, but I'm preparing statically. Let us assume the data may come from database. Try to see how this is going to be work for you. Mobile number is a number, right? Simply we can take like this. This is key and value pair combination, city colon HYD. I'm taking something like this. Right, object one, object 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this you are taking them. All right, this is the records, group of records. Let us assume these group of records are coming from database, but right now we don't know how to get the database. That's why I taken statically. Let us assume you have the following data. The data we have to display on the screen, right? Okay, let us take some data here, RAM2, RAM3, RAM4, something like this. And here also we can take the mail IDs also something like this. Exactly, don't worry, you can take some valid data. I taken something like this, don't worry, it's not a problem. Now this users list you are passing to your user component. Already there is, we passed some data to this, we passed some data. Again I am passing to this list, users list. I'm passing this as users list. Can you see I'm taking capital here is equal to, now you can go and take users, guys. This is exactly what passing to it. But it is better to take always lowercase letters, or it's better you can go with one case, even though you can take capital letters, no problem. But I want to go such a manner, guys. Can you see users list? I'm passing the data to the particular thing. Can anybody tell me how can we access the, we are passing props, right? So if you want to check this console.log, simply not here in the function, not outside of it, simply come to the function of render method. In this I'm just going to print console.log. Can I print directly? No, this dot props dot, just I'm printing props, guys. Let me check this, what this props will do. I'm just pressing F12. By pressing F12, can you see object is printed, props object is printed. In this we have city, we have new user, we have state, and we have users list. This is our users list. Can you see what is a props? Prop is a predefined object that contain the component information. Whatever the information you are sharing from one component to other component will be available here automatically. Yes, guys, can you see this is an array which belongs to this list component. Let me remove this. Here we written console.log. I'm removing this. It's not required for us right now. Now you can see you have only one object is printed. This object is coming from users component. Can you see what are all the properties you are adding here? The properties, can you see users list, new user, and city and state? These are the properties you added to the component users, right? The same I am able to get into the users list component, guys. Can you see the city, new user, and state, and users list? Just now we added as a 5 users. This is an object, right? Now how can we print this data into users list? Now definitely, now you can come down. I have to take a table, guys. Here let us go and take a table. definitely we have to iterate the data into a table, right? Table tag open, table tag close. Definitely it should have t head. Without having that, it is going to give you an error. This is going to be tr open, tr close. Here I'm taking id, but id is not there, but we will take index, right? No problem. Id. Now it is going to be name, email, mobile, something, right? This is going to be name. This is going to be email. I'm taking a table format like this. Email. This is going to be mobile and city, right? We have mobile and city. That's all. So these are the fields we are having there, guys. Mobile and city. Perfect. Now what we need to do, sir, exactly here, we are able to iterate the data now. So we already seen how can we iterate the data. The same iteration process is going to become here again. Now try to see what we are going to do. Try to see, guys, all of you. This is going to be t body. In the t body, we have to iterate that map function, guys. Can you see? I'm taking JSX expression. Inside this expression, I am writing this dot props dot, what is the thing you pass it to it? Users list, right? This is the users list you are passing there. Any doubt, you can go and check this. Dot map. Can you see how we are writing this? Dot map method. Can you see? Don't get confused here. This dot props dot user list. How can we access the property which is coming from the component? This dot props dot name of the property. After that, map function. To this map function, we are going to pass a callback function. This is having two parameters always: user comma index. Each and every user comma index. So it is going to be something like this, guys, exactly. So in this, what are you going to do? We are going to iterate the tr open, right? Inside of it, you can take user dot first one is index, right? Just you can write index here. I just want to write the index only. Second one is going to be here user dot, exactly, what is this, guys? User dot anything wrong here? Something look like wrong. User dot username, first name or username. Tr is missed, closing tag open, closing tag close, file, index and user and map. Okay, tr open, tr close. Inside of it, JSX, we can take index. Oh, sorry. Inside tr we have TDs now. What I am doing, guys, here? So this is tr. Definitely there should be TD, right? Inside the TD only we have to add the data. What is this? Right? You can go and check this. Index is the thing. So we cannot forget the basic, right? So this is going to be user dot first name or last name. What is we given? User dot first name. Yeah, user dot first name we given. The keys we have to take as it is: user dot first name, user dot email. We can take this user dot city now. What is the fourth column we are having? Mobile, user dot mobile, mobile, user dot city. That's all, guys. User dot city. Now can we see? You are going to get the output and you are going to get an error also in the console. Can you see? I'm able to get this right. But what happened for these columns, guys, here? Why they are not coming properly? So is there anything? tr, oh my god, again we are doing very big mistake here. This should be tds, right? Right, it should be tr. Inside this we have th. This is going to be an id. We have to take like this, right, guys? This is going to be username. This is going to be an email. This is going to be mobile and city. That's all, guys. Now you can check this. Your data will be properly printed on the screen. City. Now you can check this, but I have an error. But we have to see the data is also printed. But the index is coming from 0, right? Do one thing. You can write index plus 1. So now happen. So 0 plus 1, 1, something like this. Index will become from 1 2 3 4 5. Index is coming properly. But in this point of time, we have an error. Each child in the list should have a key, right? For this tr, you can provide the key. While remember you are writing map method, there you have to assign a key for each and every div. I don't have any error in the console and we are able to see the data. So if we have an array, how can we do it? If you have an object of arrays of object, so how we can do this? So this is what exactly the concept of props and the thing, guys. What is the purpose of prop? Majorly by using prop, we can share the data from one component to other component. But component is one here. we are sharing this data to multiple components. We are sharing to users list component, we are sharing to list of subjects component. You want to share this data to list also? Yes, you can share the same to the list component also. You want, you can share it, no problem. I'm going to share this also. But after sharing this, the data will be transferred to list component, right? But you may access, you may not access, that is your choice completely. But we are sharing the data. You want, you can access it. You don't want, you can leave it simply. If you don't want to access, why should I send this data then? So right, you can, of your choice completely, guys, right? So this is how we are going to iterate the data in the component. Okay now, so wait for some time. We can render the data conditionally also, but we don't know conditions, right? In React, what is conditions, how can we apply conditions, that also we can see. Okay now, wait for some time. Tomorrow we can start about the, we can discuss about the concept called state. What is props, we understand. What is state, we are going to understand in tomorrow, guys. I think you got the clarity about the props, right? Props are used to transfer the data between the components. That's all. Tomorrow we can discuss about the state.